Happy Pride, today and every day. My name is Monique Evans. I'm with Wells Fargo's Wholesale Banking Operations, and I'm also an advisor on our Gender Identity and Expression Advisory Council, which supports our Transgender Engagement Chair, and that falls under the Enterprise Leadership Team. It's one of our employee resource networks. Locally, I'm also a board member for a resource center located here in Dallas. I represent the great state of Texas. I'm honored to be a part of this celebration and this engagement regarding Southern states. Thank you for having me. I'm tasked with the responsibility of talking about resilience. And it's funny because when I think about resilience, it's one of those things that me personally, I don't, it's demonstrated within the act of whatever it is that you're going through, but it's not necessarily called out as resilience until after the fact, and more so is deemed that way by other people, especially those who bear witness to your circumstance or your triumphs, or even those who have heard of them will call you resilient. Me personally, being transgender and having transitioned in my 20s and in between jobs and facing challenges that most people face, with an added issue of wanting to acknowledge and live the way that I desired. And I remember my mom had fears about me transitioning, and she wanted me to wait until I found another job. But I was adamant that I didn't want to wait. I wanted to walk in the door, even in the interview process, as me, and let them see that this is who I am. And in spite of, prejudice, attitudes, and biases that people have, you can't deny my experience. You can't deny my professionalism. You can't deny everything that I'm bringing to the table. And I was resolute in that. And I'm so happy that I was, looking back on it. I think that was a resilience that was being demonstrated, understanding that I could no longer live in not in an untruthful way, but I just simply reached a place in my life where it just felt right, and it felt like a great opportunity to say, hey world, this is me. And beyond saying, hey world, this is me, looking in the mirror and saying, hey self, this is you. I have been on this journey for quite a long time, and I recognized that I had to disconnect from the expectations of what it is to be a woman by society's standards, and carve out my own pathway, acknowledging and recognizing that yes, there is a model, but there are variances to every aspect of whomever you may be. And so when we think about gender and it being on a spectrum and the expression of gender, I gave myself room to grow. And I hope that everyone out there has room to grow, whatever it may be, however you want to apply that for yourself. And know that pride is not just 1 month out of the year, it is every day. Encourage yourself. Surround yourself with people who are willing to affirm you and recognize the value that you present every day, and see you as a human, not just a category or a statistic. I think that one of the great things about being blessed to live life and make it out of your challenges and get beyond struggles is that when you evolve, you're able to look back and reflect, and you see the growth, and you see the things that you've come out of, and hopefully it's made you a better person. I know that with me, there's so many examples, and I'm so glad that I have had the impact on the lives of my family to be representative of trans and let them know I'm still the same person that you've always loved. And now you get to know me and hopefully appreciate me in a better way because I get to be me, and I get to give you an even better version of me because there's no shame, there's no hiding, and I put it all on the table. And here lately, with everything that's been going on, I've got back in touch with writing, and more so poetry. I might get back into short stories, who knows? I may even one day write a book. But poetry has always been cathartic to me. It's my release, it's my outlet. And I hope that everyone out there has some way to be able to release and have an outlet for their emotions and creativity in order to get through the day and get through whatever you might be going through. And I just want to encourage you, in spite of the current climate and the laws and legislations that the government wants to present to put us in our place, and recognize that we are fighting. And yes, there are a lot of accomplishments that have been garnered, but every day the fight continues. Stay encouraged, stay strong, stay resilient, and tell your story. Somebody needs to hear it. I know that it's been really impactful and beneficial to a lot of folks hearing me tell my story, but the main person that it benefited the most was me, recognizing that in so many ways I was living to survive, and sometimes you can get disconnected from your reality by doing that because you simply want to keep yourself safe. You simply want to get through the day. And it's when I told my story and really sat down and took stock of the things that I've gone through, and I'm like, and I'm still here. It's an awesome feeling. I wish the same for all of you. And I thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. I appreciate being a part of this, and I wish you all the best. Happy Pride 365.